During this video, I'm going to let you know the daily habits that have literally changed my life. I was somebody who was terminally ill, and during that time, I was vomiting multiple times a day, every single day. I was waiting for a brain scan results. I'd already had the brain scan and I was waiting for brain scan results. And it was during that time that my then husband chose to let us know that he was leaving us. Can you imagine how depressed I was? I went from that to living a life that I never would have dreamed possible. Never would have dreamed this life was possible for me back then. And it's these habits that have taken me from that state of depression, from that state of anxiety, from that state of, extreme illness. And my prognosis was a slow death by starvation. So through this work, I got to go from there to here. And these are the habits that I maintained throughout that process. Now, for those of you that have bought my best-selling book, The Habits for Happiness, you'll notice that some of these habits are slightly different than the ones in the book. And that's because this book was written in 2019. And as I have grown, my habits have slightly evolved, but it's basically kind of more or less the same. Okay, so I always start my day with a meditation of some sort. So number one is meditation. Oftentimes, as soon as I'll wake up, I will set the alarm or set a timer on my phone to for 20 minutes, and then I will do a silent meditation where I put into my focus the question, what does my highest want me to know about today? What does my highest want me to know about today? And because I'm already sort of in that kind of alpha wave state of just waking up, I find that this is one of the best times for me to do that particular meditation with that particular focus. What does my highest want me to know about today? Yeah. So that's my recommendation, to do that. Now, if you know any of my videos, you'll know that oftentimes I will listen to affirmations as I'm sleeping. So I'll go to sleep hearing affirmations. These are the things that they're also called askamations or something. I don't know. I prefer affirmations. Why am I so rich? Why am I so lovable? Why? All the why questions, yeah. So I'll go to sleep listening to that. And because I have that playing throughout the night, I'll also wake up listening to that. So then as soon as I wake up, I stop that recording. I put on the timer for 20 minutes, and that's when I do the silent meditation, because I don't want any input at that time, any external input. I want to feel exactly what my intuition is letting me know about today. And then I will sometimes, but not always, but sometimes follow that silent meditation up with a guided meditation. A guided meditation that will have a specific focus of either, obtaining money or obtaining freedom or whatever it is, really. I do more silent meditation than I do guided meditation, but if meditation is new to you, I highly recommend guided first. That's how I started. I started with guided meditations and then worked my way into silent meditations. And it's all about just refocusing all the time, just focusing on your breath or focusing on the music that's playing or focusing on the words that are being spoken. And you will learn to just keep redirecting your energy back again, redirecting your thoughts back again, redirecting your focus. And that's the power of meditation. Yeah. So it'll help you because you will start to notice when your thoughts are going out of alignment with the goals that you want to achieve, with the life that you want to be living. Meditation helps you to really pick up on those as quickly as possible and then guide your attention back, guide your thoughts back. right? So number one, meditation. Like I say, either silent meditation, guided meditation. It's really easy. The second thing I do is to regulate my nervous system. As somebody who has experienced extreme anxiety in the past, as somebody who has experienced burnout and imposter syndrome and huge amounts of stress, regulating my nervous system is a non-negotiable. It is an absolute must. If I don't regulate my nervous system, I know that I cannot function as fully as I want to. I know that without regulating my nervous system, I am more prone to getting stressed out about little things. I'm more prone to reacting to things instead of responding to them. So the way that I regulate my nervous system is, again, either still lying in bed, or I'll sit on the edge of my bed before I'll get up. And I just do belly breathing, or, actually, I do belly breathing and heart space breathing. So in for the count of 5, into my lower belly, out for the count of 5, and then into my heart space for the count of 5, and out of my heart space for the count of 5. I personally find that this breathing technique is most effective for me. Now, for you, you might find that you find it better to do, I don't know, like 3 minutes of lower belly breathing, followed by 3 minutes of heart space breathing, or longer. You know, there's no time limit on this. You can do it for as long as you want to. So work out whether it's better for you to do the alternate breathing like I do, or whether it's better for you to focus on particular areas. One thing I used to do, which I don't really do anymore, I used to do breathing into each of my energy centers, so each of the chakras, yeah. But like I say, I don't really do that anymore. I kind of don't feel the same need to do that as I used to. But if you find that helpful, do that for you. Because here's the thing about all of these daily habits that I'm telling you about today. You need to work out what is best for you. Yeah. You need to work out what is best for you. Because what is best for one person might not be the best for somebody else. This is the work that I do with my private clients who are 6- and 7-figure business owners, entrepreneurs, and leaders in their field. We find the best way for them personally. I don't do prescriptions, I do suggestions, and we investigate what works best for you. Because like I say, everybody is individual. Everybody is on their own personal journey. So I can't tell you what your path is, but what I do is help you to uncover it for yourself. Yeah. Okay. So number 2 is nervous system regulation. Oh, another way that is really good for nervous system regulation that I very much used to do all the time was, after being in bed and doing my meditations, I then used to get up and then go for a walk. Right now, when I wake up, it's still a bit dark and there are coyotes in the local park that I usually walk through. So I don't know, I don't really want to do that anymore right now. So that's why I do the breathing instead. But going for a walk, going for a run, getting some exercise, fantastic way to regulate your nervous system. Number 3, so after I've regulated my nervous system, after I've been to the bathroom, done all that, then I generally come and I'll grab myself a cup of coffee in my new mug, available for purchase down below. So I'll grab a coffee, I'll get my book, my pen, and I will journal. Now, I find personally that journaling really just helps me to, again, just get everything out of my head, yeah? Get everything out of my head and onto the paper. But I no longer write about the things that are worrying me or stressing me out so much. What I do now is I put at the top of the page, okay, who do I know myself to be? This is one of my absolute go-to journaling prompts. who do I know myself to be? And I write out who I know myself to be. Yeah, so they are like the I am statements. I know that I am somebody who, yeah, I am somebody who always gets what she wants. I am somebody who is capable and intelligent and kind and thoughtful. I am somebody who is rich. I live the richest life possible. All of that, you just script all of that out. Another question that is really helpful is who does my highest know me to be? Yeah, because we've just meditated on what does my highest want me to know. So now we get to journal on who does my highest know me to be. And all of this, like I say, it just sets you up. It sets you up for the life that you know that you're going to be living. Yeah, the life that you're consciously creating for yourself. And there's also another journaling prompt that I really enjoy doing is, what am I choosing to release today? What am I choosing to release today? What am I handing over to my highest to deal with for me, because I don't want to deal with it now? Yeah, so that can be things like, I'm handing over my stress. I'm handing over the ache that I have here or there or wherever. Yeah. So what am I choosing to release today is another really good journaling prompt to do. Now, Chris the Wiz, he says, just hand your burdens over to God. And yeah, I think he got that from Florence. And that's awesome. Absolutely awesome. And it's kind of the same thing, right? It's brilliant. Do it. Okay. And that inevitably ends with gratitudes. So I'll go from, who does my house know me to be? What am I choosing to release today? Oh, and what are my intentions for the day? How do I want this day to feel? That's another really, really good journaling prompt. How do I want this day to feel? Because when you set the intention that your day is going to feel easy, your day is going to feel exciting, your day is going to feel blissful, that tends to be the day that you actually get to experience, yeah, because you've set the intention for it. And like I say, then that often falls into gratitude. What am I so grateful for today? And, you know, again, in my book, I talk about gratitude and appreciation because they're not quite the same thing, right? For instance, gratitude is being very grateful that you've received the gift of a book. Appreciation is actually reading the book, right? Appreciation is experiencing the thing, not just having the gratitude for it. So what am I really grateful for? What am I really appreciating? And then the way that I do it is I express that for actual things that are in my physical 3D world. And I express gratitude and appreciation for the things that I am mentally creating. So the things that are still in my manifested world or manifesting world, I have extreme gratitude and appreciation for them as well, because manifestation happens in your head, right? And that's where it happens. It doesn't happen in the 3D. The physical reality of the things is like the very last little piece. So when you can really experience, yes, my manifestation is already done and I am so, so thankful for it. I appreciate it so, so much. That's what tips it over. That's what gets it overflowing from the mental plane into the physical plane, right? Number 5, as I'm drinking my coffee, I tend to read a book of some description. My favorite books that I really enjoy reading are The Adventure of I by Tanya Kotsos, I think her name is. I read The Kabbalion, I read Neville Goddard, Science of Growing Rich, all of these things. The Tao Te Ching, I often read, sort of sections of the Tao Te Ching. Again, because all of these books just set my soul on fire, right? They make me feel good. They put me into the right enjoyment level of life that makes me then go into my day feeling abundant, feeling fulfilled, feeling satisfied, feeling really happy with my life. So that's my recommendations. And then there is one more bonus one, which is at the end of the day, to look back at my day and revise anything that didn't maybe go as planned. I rewrite it mentally. I just go, oh yeah, that person didn't show up for the meeting. Well, in my revision, they did, and they were excellent. And I loved chatting with them. And I loved that they wanted to pay me, blah, 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 right? So you just revise it. The day that you would want to live, you would want to have lived. Yeah, you just think about it that way. And my book of wins. What went well today? What went really well? What like surpassed my expectations? Or even just like, I really enjoyed that cup of tea. I really enjoyed that cup of coffee. I had a fantastic conversation. Yeah. So anything that made you feel good, put it in your book of wins. And again, it helps you to go to sleep feeling as though you are living your wonderful life, living your most fulfilled, happiest, richest, most prosperous, successful life possible. So those are my 5 recommendations. But like I say, each and every one of them, you need to work out for yourself, really. Like, these are the things that have absolutely changed my life, absolutely changed my life. So, like I say, there is my book. Ta-da! And if you are a 6 or 7 figure business owner, entrepreneur, leader in your field, and you would like my help in helping you to get from where you are now to where you really want to be, then the link to join me on a call is in the description. I really look forward to speaking with you. And I just want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for all the likes and shares and all the things. You will find another video just there, so I recommend watching that one next. And just stay awesome. I'll see you next time. Bye.